be back in a minute then.
Yes, Sid, your ancient ancestors were Kashmigrans. How do you feel about that?
The Turks are a specific ethnic group. I mean, they migrated into Anatolia from Central Asia.
I'm aware of that. Thank you.
But it's good that you are, because the Turks would prefer that people don't know that, right? Because if you go to like museums in Turkey, they'll say, "Oh yeah, we've been here forever." There were some Greeks here. They left. They just decided it wasn't for them.
They thought we like the other side of the Aegean Sea, if we're going to be honest with ourselves. I'm kind of regretting this Tibetan decision. All the local guys have like fucking bonded together. Like, okay, so there's a defensive league of all of them.
At least you don't have any. Oh, you do have barbarians to cope with as well. If you get the barbarians, yeah.
I have not met barbarians.
So there are some provinces that constantly produce barbarians until the civilization level is quite high.
Wow.
And
Reloaded now?
Shal.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me. Oh, okay.
We can go.
So you can get rid of them by putting the civilization level up, but they'll just continuously produce barbarian armies. Barbarians.
Well, that's fun.
So what you can do is you can settle them. Let them take a province, and then you negotiate and let them settle. And it's free pops, basically.
Where do I have barbarians?
I think they spawn just in set locations, don't they? Like in mountain, like rogue mountain
They
provinces.
mostly spawn in wastelands, yeah.
Oh, fun. Oh, I literally will have attrition wherever I go, because I've got fucking, like, tribal armies. It's kind of dumb that you can't form Tibet, though. That seems weird. I guess they didn't really mean for anyone to play in this part of the world.
No. Probably gotten zero attention.
Oh wait, does it not matter? Do I not pay attrition because these are ban retinues? Ban system's kind of cool.
Should
These
I
are my
try
actual
4-speed?
soldiers. Brave, we can.
Should I try 4-speed, or is that too brave?
Pretty brave, but we can try. Going good so far. The restart seemed to help.
Yep. You can definitely handle 3 now. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 you fall behind a little bit now and then.
Badly,
Sticks
actually.
over. Yeah.
What do you think? Trireme discipline is a good buy for me?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a key technology for my people.
What is a trireme? Is there any water up there?
Boats.
Couple of lakes.
Oh Jesus!
Apparently.
Oh, I pay like a huge amount extra for my army's tribe. Oh.
Are you like a civilized tribe, or
I'm a settled tribe, yeah.
what does that mean? I don't know
No
how it
idea.
works. What about you, Sid? Are you a barbarian, or are you like...
I am a federated tribe.
I don't know what these things teach me. I don't know what
I am a
it
barbarian, yes.
is. So you're a barbarian.
You
Am
got
I a
me.
barbarian?
I'm a
No, right? Do I disband? There it is. Still get attrition, even though it's... tough, man. Oh. Jesus. Yarla Mayora is fighting Kampura and Yarlung. Wait, I guess my time to strike then, right? No superiority.
So the stats of your ruler, I guess the max would be 40, right, overall. Right, because you go up to 10 in each category, so like 20 would be very average. Below 20 would be below average. So my guy's is 16, so he is below average.
Mine's a 23, above average. Bad research. Everything gets attrition. Northern, I only have one fort in my country. I love how Maria just attacked the Tibetan tribes just to show superiority. Quite a start. If I get my civilization up, can I like reform into a embrace autocracy?
Yeah, you like reform your stuff, yeah.
I need Lhasa to be at city to be 50. Okay. Kinda cool actually. This is interesting.
So I don't know what's better, monarchy or republic. So as a monarchy, you get like an extra idea slot.
I mean,
Well, if
having
you
the changing ruler is nice, to be honest.
if you reform into a monarchy, rather, like you become a dictatorship, you get an extra idea slot. However, and I was just thinking about this today, you can mess with your laws as a republic. Like you can change like the duration of your guys' like rule. I think that's like 150 to change the law. And there's a law where you can have them rule for life. So I don't know if that might be the best way. Because you have no other way to control your monarch power. So like do like short time when you have a shitty guy, swap to lifetime when you have a good one. Swap back.
True.
Maybe that's the best way to do it as of now. I'm sure they'll add ways to abdicate and all that stuff. We'll have to wait a year or several for those to be added.
think this game will be very good at some point.
I think this pop
Despite-
system, I think they'll probably like completely revamp it from where it is right now.
Probably, yeah. Fabricated on the wrong guy. Have you guys found any use for civic power besides tech? I feel like it's literally just tech.
Oh, I don't know.
It's been on improving the many civic aspects of your nation, but like all I found use for on it is tech.
Yeah, I think.
Everything else seems to be like oratory.
Yeah,
And
you
also
might be
military
right.
points are meaningless too.
Yeah, it gives you ideas. You need them to buy mercenaries.
That's it.
Or the equivalent of ideas. Oh, so here's a neat one that I was looking at. You know, like the equivalent of like idea paths. I click on military, like, you know, you get like 3 paths you can take. So as the Greeks, you can form military colonies, and it has to be like a low pop, like city to do it. Basically, you spend a bit of mill power and some manpower, and then it like creates a pop for you, like it turns your manpower into pop. So I think that might actually be a cool one that you could use to grow your population. But of course you have to like transfer your guys, so it's like a low pop city, and then you do it. But I don't know, just thinking about that one today. I think only the Romans can build roads. Because that's a tradition for them in the military tree. I don't see it as the Greeks road building, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, but I think I was building roads as the Greeks in single player, so maybe you can. Can't recall.
I'm about to do a very risky war, I think. Okay, they're starting to lose ground. Yeah. This is the... We go 3-speed for a bit. Most of it about to go to war. Then I'm good.
Yeah.
Alright, we're doing a little risky war here, but works out, it'll be very good. And I figure while the ends are fighting these guys, is probably my best chance to strike.
How do you feel about being able to like assimilate guys instantly?
Yeah, I feel like it's too easy, to be honest.
Mm.
It feels a little weird to me. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, just slam some buttons and it's done. You know, I almost would rather not have that not be a monarch point thing and be that like an organic thing. You know what I mean? Then maybe you have modifiers and you can do stuff. Or you can use your monarch points to like influence it to give modifiers and stuff. You know what I mean? But like, the way it's constructed now just feels wrong to me. I was like promoting your pops instantly. It's like, it feels a little lazy.
I'm kind of on board with how they've done like the pops, like very simple. Like citizens are, tech and trade income. Freemen are manpower exclusively. Tribes are just sort of an inferior source of both. Slaves are just tax value. I kind of like that, and just how you could extrapolate on this and turn it into something.
Yep.
If you have, I think you need like excess slaves, and when you have enough slaves, you produce multiple levels of whatever the trade good is, and then you can trade those off.
Civil War will break out because of. Little fucking war we're getting at. Fucking clan chiefs. Bastards there.
Oh my god, my guy has 0 oratory power. Paper point income. It's awful. It's fucking awful.
That's rough. You're a monarchy too?
No, it's a plutocratic republic.
Okay, you're fine then. The next one.
Next guy, yeah, he has 6. That's better. You seem to use, you're right, now that I'm thinking about it, I use like this oratory more than anything else. That's like the equivalent of admin power then. Because you use that to manage your population, you use that to make cause for war, you use that to promote popularity.
I really dislike the lack of a claims map mode. I find that so fucking strange. Christian is really like they really no one even tried Tibetan countries before they launched this. I'm telling you right now, like there was no QA done on playing in Tibet. Like, it's a cool way to set this region. Let's just have everything attrition out all the time.
You not even do like 3 units in a province?
The problem is that I have these like tribal stacks that I can't split up.
Oh, are they loyal only to you? Is that what it is?
But they're literally, so the way the tribal, it's actually an interesting mechanic. Your clan leaders will raise their own army.
Okay.
And they handle most of the maintenance costs and manpower parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't split them up or do anything with them. So I start with these 212 stacks. They're awesome, except for the fact that I'm in Tibet and everything has about 8 attrition, so all of them are just burning out completely.
Well, they're so loyal to you that they're gonna do that for you.
Very kind of them.
Yeah.
Lhasa? Okay. So long to go anywhere in Tibet. We found that pieces are kind of buggy, like you randomly can't take certain cities or provinces or stuff.
I find whenever I like declare war, and a lot of stuff, like the whole game just like pauses, like it freezes for a minute.
Alright. I also have no idea how to control like starving or what to do about it or how that mechanic works. I just did it.
I think it's just when the province has been like sieged or occupied, they seem to starve. So like when barbarians encroach on your lands, they like burn everything down, and then you settle them in the province. And then I've noticed that they settle in the province that they raided, and then you get like a message like, oh, the people are starving there, and then I'm like, well, it's their own fault. They burned everything down there, the fucking morons. Like, so yeah.
I wonder if you can make an entire nation of slaves. Right, just going back and forth and sieging each other the whole time.
You can't demote, can you? Unfortunately.
Nope. But you can enslave, right? So let's say you and I started countries next to each other and we just occupy each other over and over. Occupy, deoccupy, occupy, deoccupy.
I get you.
Suddenly all the, we started as like Roman and Sabine, and then suddenly all the Sabines, the Sabine nation is just full of Roman slaves, and that's it. The Roman nation is just full of Sabine slaves. Pretty funny idea, actually.
Culture shift to each other's identities. I don't think you can do that,
Ironically.
though. I think you're stuck with your starting primary culture.
I think so too. I think there's another thing they need to add eventually. I really need...
Okay, so I finally built a fleet to kill the pirates with. This is stage 1 of playing Byzantium.
In the beginning. Well, the Indians took part of what I wanted, but I got the other bit.
Watch out, you guys, I'm nearly at the sea. Then you'll be in trouble.
I am nowhere near the sea. I'm so gonna get murdered by these Indians, by the way. I didn't know you could take territory on a show superiority war.
Yeah.
So the Indians, so this is Chandragupta, and then Ashoka rules, and then I usually see it like break up, like it does in history after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That gives me an opportunity.
You just have to survive this guy and his son, and then you're good.
Excellent. I picked up a neighboring country, so that's good. I can attack the Sang. Get a little more territory. Good. I took the Zhangzong. Gonna be this glorious Tibetan state. Go into Bactria, Parthia. I also don't really understand this like slaves required for surplus thing, but
So I don't know what the number is, but right. So every province produces one trade good, like cloth. It's like in any Paradox game, and then the slaves are the goods are produced by the slaves, and then basically what happens as your pop grows, if you reach X amount of slaves, instead of producing one cloth, it makes 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then you can just trade
then you
off
can trade
the
that,
excess
yeah.
for money. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, okay, that makes sense. Got it. Really into permanent attrition. Uh-oh. I lagged behind.
A bunch of Spartans just fled to my country. Okay, I'll take them.
Do fort mechanics work the same in this as they work in,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're the EU fort rules.
Well, it's kind of good, though, because that means I have all these mountain provinces I can pop forts down on and defend against they decide to come at me, or I literally just let them march their doom stacks into my territory and let them all of the attrition.
I'll tell you what is dumb. Having to pay to change the focus in your goddamn provinces that you, the leader of the country, controls. I mean, what the hell is that?
Talking about?
The focus.
Oh, the governor policy? Oh, I've never noticed this before.
So when you, like, the ruler of the country is the governor, you need to pay to change the focus. It's like, what? Huh?
You can do cult. Oh, that's very cool. You can do like, yeah, I can do like just passive conversion, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then it just like randomly like varies between all of them basically. I think the ones that you directly administer as the ruler, I think those stay fixed, but everything else that as a governor just randomly flips to the other ones. And then you get tyranny when you change, you force them to adopt one policy or another. Oh shit, I may be killed here.
What have you done?
Well, I've just been attacked by Thrace.
Oof. Rip.
Well, Thraces. They only have 31 cohorts. What are you at?
10.
Okay.
Only
Yeah,
at
that's
10.
a challenge. But you haven't even taken Alchidon yet either, so you can't hide behind the phosphorus.
No. Well, that was what I was about to do next. You have to kill the pirates first as these guys.
I would send you a gift, but I'm outside of diplomatic range, unfortunately.
Yep.
I can always switch to Bithynia.
Well, let's see if I'm murdered or not. I've used up all my manpower now. I only have 14 units or so.
Do you have cash or no? I'd be able to hire some mercs.
No, the
I don't know how
mercenaries are
deficits
really costly. at this stage.
The fort you can hide behind?
It's okay, if he kills me, I'll just change to something else. Yeah, see,
That was your kit.
see, this
Good.
is my annoyance with this start date is, you know, like I like to start a stuff, it's like hard, but you don't get killed immediately, like just random chance aspect of it.
Yeah.
That's what annoys me about this start date they chose.
I think that's though, like, that can happen with a lot of different scenarios. Clan Soupy, Clan Tom, and Clan That's the clans, baby.
Wu-Tang Clan.
I'll name my first army the Wu-Tang Clan. Clan Wu-Tang. Yep, done. Oh, this unit is invisible. This unit is within the fog of war and invisible to hostile AI. Okay.
It's pretty great, yeah. I don't know if it actually is invisible.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe.
It's definitely invisible on the map when you look at it.
I don't know if I believe you. You have a history of being an unreliable narrator.
So they're gonna annex me. Okay. Alright. I don't know what happens to you guys if I do that. Are you still in game?
Yep.
Okay. Continue in
What are
observer
you? Are you
mode.
just... Okay, let's pause.
Okay, now I'm in observer mode.
We pause and you can take a save and
Now I'm
we
like
can start
God.
again.
I can see everything in the world.
The world's
once.
crazy. Oh, what happened here? The eastern part of Sang just fucking broke off.
Yeah, because they're tribes.
Wait, what? Oh, so if they're disloyal, they'll just break off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Loyalty's up, Playboy. Time to invade the Sang.
I don't think I can just click and swap into something.
Alright, so we can pause and
Yeah.
rehost. Pause and rehost?
Sure, okay.
Oh, take a safe, don't forget.
Are you still
I'm
in? Look at Athens. Are they still a tributary of Phrygia? You guys still in? One of you?
Yeah, I'm looking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, is it a tributary of Phrygia?
Yeah, it's a tributary.
Yeah.
The feudatory. You could play as Sparta though, or play as my Gortina. My lovely little.
Then I'd be a Cretan.
Yeah, be a Cretan. Or play as Epirus. That could be kind of cool. Nope. Epirus.
Yeah, my family is from Epirus, actually.
There you go.
Alright, let me figure out how the fuck to do this.
Exit to menu. Multiplayer.
Do I load a save?
Game.
Oh wait.
Alright, I'm not gonna press submit until you pick it.
I think you have to hit load. And then open it to multiplayer is how they want you to do it.
You can do load multiplayer game. So go to the multiplayer tab.
Yeah, so load.
So it's if you're in the basic, the opening thing, right? Like Imperator Rome, single player multiplayer settings. You click multiplayer, then you do load multiplayer game. You pick your save, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a special option.
It's a little bit of
Yeah,
a goofy way
that's
of
how
doing
you
it,
have to
but
do it. So if
Yep.
you do it through single player, then you're still in observer mode or whatever. So that don't work.
you did it.
I'm gonna carry on with my. Yeah, it's hosted. You should be able to join, I think. With my masochism here, and I'll try Athens now.
Jesus. That's some masochism you got there, homie. Nice slow.
Do you find the mist that covers the map really just like obscuring everything and annoying?
Yep.
Yeah.
There is a mod that gets rid of it.
Right.
I haven't gotten it yet though.
Might
but
have to do that.
apparently, hopefully it doesn't change the checksum. I don't think it should, but you never know. With
I mean, just look at all this
Paradox.
work they put on this super detailed map, and then it's just like, oh, let's put clouds everywhere so you can't actually see the provinces and what they look like. Brilliant.
Hey, sorry, I'm back. I was just on Skype talking to those Whitefall guys. I love them because they're so bad at the game. They're great.
I'm also dog shit at that game.
We play Stellaris occasionally, and they're not very good at Stellaris either. Like, me and Manchester will be sitting there with like 500 pops each, and they'll have like 100 pops, and Manchester will be like, oh, well, alright, you beat me on tech, but I've got a bigger fleet, and I'm like, alright, fair enough. It's like two colossi with like lots of little guys in between them.
Well, to be fair, that's how we are when we play with Guts and Shaggy, isn't it?
I don't even know how Shaggy plays Stellaris. I want to sit there and watch over his shoulder because I don't know how the hell he does it.
I don't know how they do it. You know, I was thinking about it though. You know, robots are just a huge, like, ridiculous advantage in that game though, because you, at the beginning, by default, you can just colonize any planet, which, based on the way population grows, you're just always going to have more pops as robots based on that, because you have more planets to inhabit. Whereas as an organic, you have to wait to terraform, which is like mid to late game, and then all the time you miss not growing your pops. I don't know, it just seems very strange to me.
I mean, Shaggy's told me the assimilating robots are the most powerful fucking thing you can play as.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great because every other robot empire either kills the organics or just turns them into batteries, which is like a limited use.
Joining server, 69%. I tell you, my friend moved to Taiwan and he needed to get a Chinese name.
What?
Yeah, so they needed him to get because he needed like a name that worked in Chinese characters. And instead of just converting his name to Chinese, like the closest Chinese characters, they just let him pick one. So in Taiwan, he's registered as Wu-Tang. Swear to God. He sent me a photo of his ID after he did it, and I was like, that's fucking amazing. It was Wu-Tang, but he was trying to, it was Wu-Tang, that was Wu-Tang.
I was reading like a history of Alexander the Great recently, and you know, like after the Battle of Chaeronea in Greece, all the Greek city-states like, you know, came under Macedon's rule except for Sparta. And then you know, his father Philip of Macedon, like gradually over time, he just like got them all to, like, to come on board and join the Hellenic League so they could invade Persia together. But the Spartans were just fucking stubborn cunts, you know, like they just would never sign up to join with all the other Greek city-states. And so when Alexander the Great, when he's going around conquering Persia with all the other Greeks, he would just like leave monuments everywhere and just send messages, you know, back to Greece, and he would say, "This monument, or this victory was achieved by Alexander and all the Greeks except for the Spartans." Like he would end every letter with all the Greeks except for the Spartans, just to shit on them. I found that
That's so
fucking
funny.
hysterical. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It was Wu-Tang he did in the end. Yeah, that's good. That's very funny. I just like the idea of just, you know, Alexander the passive aggressive.
I like that too.
I also I read have you ever listened to like Dan Carlin and like his hardcore history stuff?
I've heard of him. I've never listened to him.
So he always shits on Alexander the Great because he's basically like, Philip did all of the work. Like he just stepped into like a country that was perfectly primed to just take over the world with like
It's
the
not
best
wrong.
army and
It's funny.
the best fucking like political situation. And everyone's like, oh, he was such a great general. And it's like, well, he was good, but like, just kind of like got all the tools and walked into victory. Oh yeah. Ah, why can't I right click? There we go. Sang to some seconds. This might be very good for me. And what I'm
Athens is unable to build ships without trade. Just find that a little ironic.
yeah, that's a bit dumb. I'm not gonna lie. 2 seconds.
Oh no, to have lifetime elections, you have to be a populist. Okay. So this guy is good, I'd want to keep him. But I'm not a populist, so I can't change to lifetime ruler. It's shitty.
Fucked. That sucks. My got direction locked into dying too.
Alright, so Phrygia is at war with Egypt. He has a shit ton of little vassals everywhere. So preferably he will integrate the others before me.
Fuck me. I'd be fucked. This goes. Should have accepted the peace and taken Sang. Or agree. They all have to march literally to the opposite side of my country when they lose the fight. How this works?
Oh no, my Jews are unhappy. The poor Jews. I have to make them not be Jewish now. Wow, instantly I just got them to give up their old identity. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. You would have thought if it was that easy, the Jews would have disappeared a long time ago.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
quite surprised by that.
just a surprise, that's all. Just surprised me.
I noticed that a lot of countries around the Mediterranean, like Rome, some of the like on Sardinia and Corsica, they have a lot of they just have some Jewish citizens like living in the capitals. Like, what's going on with that?
Well, it's the Jewish diaspora, buddy.
Before the, sack of Jerusalem.
Yeah, that's no, you're not wrong. Apparently, there must have been some diaspora by this point. That was Titus, right, and the Romans that really triggered it. But yeah, I guess they must have been Jews. I don't know. You know, there was also like There was the whole Babylonian exile. That was its own sort of diaspora then.
Just so dumb. I lost a battle, and my army has moving across to the opposite side of my country, and it takes a month to go between one province. So they're gonna siege my entire nation. By the time the armies get there, recover morale, and come back.
Yep. Sounds about right. I love it how your entire country is mountains. There's like a hidden grove up at the north end, so it's plains.
That's it.
It's interesting how you can make a country and just have it all be rich people. Like that's entirely something you can do. So right now, if you click on Athens, city itself, probably about 95% of the city is rich people. And we have like 2 slaves that run around and do all the work. It's just it's a great world we've made here. So.
So dumb. I'm honestly so annoyed by this. Oh my god. Capital's gonna fall.
No. Phrygia beat Egypt. It's bad news. It's not how I want this to end at all. I'll be back in a minute.
guys were wondering, I would not recommend playing in this part of the world. If
Gotcha.
no other reasons than the province travel times, that in and of itself is enough to drive a man quite mad. Alright, well, I learned an important lesson. First part is because Olas's Hills, actually, so I guess. Sorry, 2 seconds. They're barbarians. This is the first time I've seen them arrive.
Oh, because to integrate a vassal, you need over like 190 opinion, right? So let's see if I can
Just keep your opinion
spam insults. Okay, so I just did 2 insults and both did minus 50. So yeah, I think you could just do that and avoid being integrated, right? Because you need 190 to integrate a vassal. So I think that would actually work. I'd be protected. I mean, I want to be free would be even better, but at least I think that will hold off being integrated. So that's pretty cool. Not being able to expand is extremely problematic, however. Question is how to break free from Phrygia.
What the fuck? I was supposed to win this battle.
I have to wait for him to lose a war or something, which he hasn't done. Yeah, he's got 72 cohorts. Yeah, the only one who could fuck him up is Seleucus. That's how you say his name, right? Seleucus and the Seleucids. That's how I said it.
I don't know.
It's a hard C because it's Greek, so it's Seleucid or Seleucid Empire. I don't know what Seleucus, something like that.
Yeah, because they don't have the letter C, so everything is K's. Although I suppose if you like Latinize it, you can pronounce it with the C. Yeah, like in this one, it's Macedon with the C instead of like Macedon.
Oh shit. It.
Oh, I think he used Civic to trade. I think he used it to trade Mach.
Yeah. So it's got one use at least.
Yeah, use it to trade. So that was what. Because I remember I was getting pissed off over not having enough Civic for something, and that was it. I wasn't able to trade.
How do I get out of this?
Oh, it's my boys, the boy.
The boy.
The boy.
Boy. F boy ID.
It's no ledger, so I've been like writing like my pop on a little sticky note, and then like chipping it to like see the pop growth. There's no other way to really, unless you remember very well.
Ledger. The lack of a ledger was a weird.
Yeah,
Post.
like a pop growth like chart thing feels like something they would have usually, but
Alright, got out of my deficit. Oh shit. Feeling spurned. Ara, is there a D? Oh, what happened? I'll be honest with you guys, this war has not been worth it. Also, just fighting in these mountains, it's like, it's so dumb. It's really. Just like how like easily forced pieces happen in this game.
You do like it? What did you say?
I don't like.
Oh,
I
you
don't
don't
like that. Like it's like, oh well, it's been 2 years and you're fighting in
Yeah.
mountains where it takes 2 years to go from one
Yeah.
province to the other. So white piece.
I've noticed that a lot of the time, by the time I've actually gotten the AI worn down enough where it will, where I
It's
can
just white
start,
piece here.
where I can start occupying, and like actually get my like full demands, then I see that like ticker thing that you're talking about, which is quite annoying.
Do I disband again?
Well, since I'm a vassal, and I can't break free of being a vassal, you know what I'm gonna do, right?
What?
Well, vassal, as a vassal, I don't really need something that most nations would need to retain their independence.
Go on.
So I think I'm gonna get rid of all of my armies and just mint pure fucking national dividends into the economy. I think that's the plan here. That's gonna be our play. God, I honestly, when I look at the economy page, I can't tell from like just a glance like what the fuck, which one is selected. It's just not clear at all. It just makes it a little bit more orange. Isn't that horrible? Do you not agree? It's fucking horrible. Like which one you've clicked on? That's the worst UI I've ever seen. It's terrible. How do you make a unit not be loyal to a commander? Is there any way to do that, or?
I might be dead here. The Mariah have decided to declare their war.
Oh, you do reward veterans, I think. Okay. So they make you pay. They make you pay.
Oh, I fucked that up really bad. Very stupid. I didn't realize. I thought this was a passable province, but it's impassable terrain, and so there's a gap, and I put my fort like one province off from the gap, and they should still control, but it's like, okay, I'm an idiot.
So I pay off these barbarians, and they piss off and invade a neighbouring country, but then they come back like 6 months later, and they still occupy one of my provinces.
Ready for this fucking AI to just show up like the edge of the universe and fuck shit up. How do I see why my pops are unhappy?
You have to click on them and then like mouse over their happiness score.
Or their unpopularity. I can't. Gold is greater or equal to 22. Look at my account. Gold is 29. Well, the good news is if he never comes, I might be able to win this. I forgot about these ideas. Yep. They did exactly what I thought they might do. They went all the way around. Ah, classic. Not even their war goal. Rome is getting its ass handed to it.
Are they? Maybe. It's good for the, I do look over there occasionally. It's like a ticking time bomb.
Bomb, yeah.
Just watching, I'm like, they're getting a bit closer now. A horological torpedo. Do you know that's what time bombs were originally called? Horological torpedoes.
Ridiculous name.
Mhm.
I get the idea. It's still a ridiculous name. Of course, I move over, so naturally the army just runs away. I'm not gonna. Oh, what a pain in the ass. I'll be able to force the white peace to him though, because he's not province. He needs to get. Caved and put. So I only get 720 days, but they get 905. Okay. I see why though, Manchester, the barbarians get like all of this. What's it called?
Hmm?
I see why the barbarians have so many soldiers though, because they get these tribal armies, these clan armies.
Oh, is that what it is? See, I've never played as a barbarian. Yeah, but they get these fucking massive armies when I was playing as Rome against them.
Yep, it's the just the clan army. All right, so I just need to hold out for another 3 years. Every time.
I'm glad I have a local fort defense modifier in a state which has no fort.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Sid was looking
Objectives?
at
What?
objectives. Oh no, Mac was
Apparently,
looking
I
at
was
objectives.
also looking at objectives.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is detected by looking at objectives. So I
Okay.
guess we
So should
our
we?
objectives are out of
Should
sync.
we do this? Okay, you
We
guys
host?
can hut join, can't you? You can hut join back, or should we?
I'll try. Sure.
All right. Oh, gave me a pop-up for you that time. I don't get a progress bar though, so you have to tell me when you're fully loaded.
Yep. Don't worry, I'm at a good 1/10. Got some time yet.
Yeah, I was talking to those guys on Skype, and the Germany player doesn't want to continue the game, which is exactly what I expected would happen.
Yes, I played that one game with them, and I was like, do I really want to waste several hours again with these fucking guys again?
I failed. I'm already connected to the host. I can't reconnect. It says connection failed. You are already connected to the host.
Weird.
If you click on this
Try
thing,
again?
does it let you in?
Connection failed. You are already
Okay,
connected to the
let me
host.
re-lobby then.
I wonder what that's going to do to me.
And it's weird because Germany has like 3 times my industry and 3 times my troops as the Soviet Union, but he's still too much of a wuss to do it. To just dive in.
Oh yeah, this is when you asked me to play yesterday, right?
Yep.
Failed to load save game. Save game was made with an incompatible version of the game. Save game uses a different set of DLCs or mods.
Alright. This is some classic launch paradox shit. I love it. I love it so much. I feel right at home. I quit and now I'm like terabytes. Have you ever noticed it's syncing with Steam is like fucking atrocious? Like it always is just kind of fucked.
What's that?
Cloud. Steam Cloud is always kind of fucked.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna fucking.
Okay, see if we can join now. I can't invite either of you. It's no
I'm
option
just
on
launching now.
Steam.
Game.
Oh, I'm joining the server now.
Okay, Phrygia is in a big war now. Looks like a bunch of the city-states tried to revolt from him, too. course, they didn't invite me into that. I don't know why. I don't know how that works. So, like, it was like an independence rebellion war. So, why was I not invited into that? I don't know.
Thought you were too cool. Probably didn't join their pact of independent rebellions.
Well, I haven't seen that as a feature. Like, how in EU4 you can ally with other vassals. I haven't seen that in this game so far. I don't know what the deal is. I think Phrygia might be getting a little bit fucked up by this.
I can't join your game, it says. By inviting me now? Reload in single player?
Here, this worked
Oh.
last time. Citizen this time.
Yep. Joining server. %. Wow, this is fucked.
Be nice if I was like stuck like this. I don't know if I could like grow my pot more or something as an option while I'm just fucking sitting here. But whatever. Yeah, so all these guys in Anatolia I'm not very familiar with. Because back in like the Stone Age, it was like the Hittites, right?
Yeah.
But then I don't really know the succession to like the Lydians and the Phrygians and the Cappadocians and Armenians, like how the Bithynians, how like related they all are or not, and like what their relationship is with the Greeks and stuff. This is beyond my knowledge.
Anatolia has a proud history of being invaded and colonized by
Yeah.
the steppe peoples, right?
I mean, it does have like a very, what must be a very unique ethnic melting pot type history. Because by the time of like the Byzantines, I mean, this was all Greek, wasn't it? Or culturally Greek. And then the Turks
I mean, they
came.
spoke Greek, but they weren't.
Mhm.
They weren't ethnically Greek. They were only ethnically Greek in the West.
Mm. Yeah, because all these little city-states over here, like Ionia and stuff, that stuff was Greek back in like 500 BC. That is an ancient Greek history.
During the Neo-Assyrian Empire in the sort of first half of the first millennia BC, a group of people called the Sumerians migrated into Anatolia from north of the Caucasus, and they set up a big barbarian kingdom in like northeastern Anatolia. And then later on, the Celts migrated into Anatolia, and they set up a kingdom in western Anatolia.
Fucking Celts, man.
I mean, the Hittites, they were... Where was their capital actually in Anatolia?
Yeah, it was, I think where Cappadocia is on this map.
I know that the Hittites had like the first standing army in the world, and they went on campaign and they went and burnt down Babylon and they went back to the home country, and it surprised everyone because they didn't just raise them like during the summer between the sowing and the harvesting. They raised them and then they went on like a year-round campaign. Everyone was like, "What? You can do that?" You know.
Yeah, there was like an ancient dark age that they think now, because like they study like the ancient Middle East, which by the way they also think was more temperate, like it wasn't as hot and arid as it is today. Like there was a lot more vegetation and it was cooler generally, like throughout the Fertile Crescent back in the day. But then all of history, like it went in like it's a dark age when they study the Greeks is like the Mycenaeans, and then they just sort of disappear and they vanish, and then they come back, with the history that we're more familiar with ancient history and the city-states.
You know why? Aliens.
Well, they think it has something to do with climate.
Ancient aliens.
It was a climate,
Ancient aliens.
some sort of climate
I think
phenomenon.
it was ancient aliens. Pretty sure it was ancient aliens.
The sea peoples, they were extraterrestrials.
The
Well,
Atlanteans, they came.
And they think that the sea peoples were a product of the climate change, which also caused the ancient dark age.
I'm honestly considering switching. This is like such a drag to play here.
Listen, I died, and now I'm a tributary of Friggy.
I'm about
it's
to
masochism.
annex. Like,
it's masochism all around.
And then I'm gonna get annexed, and then we're gonna load out. All right, fuck it, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, are you at war with Maria? Oh, you gotta just swap now. Just swap now.
Oh, I'm holding. I get a white piece if I hold for 2 more years.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm holding. I'm holding.
Is the Albania getting annexed by the Ottomans?
Got one. Oh, I didn't go in. I pressed ready, and then I'm still in this. Oh, what the fuck? I'm watching the game progress.
You need to click on your country again.
Oh, you fool.
Okay.
You
Okay.
fool.
Okay. Okay.
Foolish fool.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Got it. I'm in. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Your spirit is back in your body.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Weird how that happens. How your spirit just like leaves your body sometimes.
Yeah.
I intercept this. I can't. Oh. Look. It is. Go up. Why are you going there? The shit. Yeah, alright, so 2 years, 3 years, I have a white piece. But I just have to stop him from the province that he's got mountains and me that for. Could be doable.
So
And if I get the white piece.
So what's the deal with tech? If you don't pick a tech for long enough, does it like swap one of the 3 to something else? Do they
I think so.
increase in strength? Because it seems like they increase in strength, maybe? I don't know. If you like don't buy stuff for a while, I don't understand really.
That's 7 war elephants. That's getting absolutely ass fucked by attrition though. I just have to wait. All his manpower. And like facing the mighty Tibetan clans. All by my... Contest over the war. He has to come into my southwest province, and he made me to the northeast, so he's stuck.
Okay, yeah, so every 13 slaves, you get an additional, like, trade good produced. That's quite a lot of pop to grow into, though.
So then if you put your commerce thing up, then it's more than that, though. Got it. Whatever. Probably depends on trade good, too, knowing Paradox. I think it's a little weird they decided to just make large parts of India, like, impassable terrain.
Well, that whole, like, interior bit, like, west of Bengal, is that, like, jungle over there? I was wondering that myself. You know, that they've decided to gray out, like, west of Bangladesh.
Yeah, I think that's jungle.
That's jungle.
The
I know the eastern
interior
part,
jungles.
like where Assam is, and it goes into like Burma. I know that's kind of rough terrain, so that's makes sense. And then
Oh,
this,
dope.
and then the
Dope.
stuff east of the Indus. I know that's just a huge desert, so that one makes a lot of sense.
I got a slave rebellion. How fun is that?
Oh yeah.
Middle of all this shit. Holy moly.
Yeah, how they portrayed Persia in this is also kind of interesting and like teaches me a little bit,
Oh boy.
which I wouldn't have thought of. Like
Oh boy.
huge swaths. Like I was aware that desert in like the southeast over there that was like some crazy like mass. Because I remember in the history of Alexander, like he marches his armies like through the desert because he was a lunatic by that point and he wanted to like outdo Cyrus the Great. But yeah, like big parts of Persia other than that are all just like really rough like deserts and stuff.
I like the like Mesopotamia around Babylon and like all the way up the Euphrates. I think that's really well done.
Yeah, look at all the little provinces they stuck in there. That's true. Yeah.
I win this war. Oh, another fucking fort in the pass.
It's funny, yeah, there's all the ancient cities. So here's Nippur. There's Babylon itself.
Well, I want to see your nippers.
Well, hey. There's Nineveh as well.
Yeah.
But I think I'm not sure which province is actually Nineveh.
There's Ashur. Where is Akkad from the Akkadians, like back in the day? Uruk, yeah, I remember that. There's a guy on YouTube. Have you ever seen him, Sid? I think you would like him. He's like works at the British Museum, and he's like a Mesopotamia like specialist.
Oh, is that Irving Finkel?
I think so.
He's the
got like a
cute
beard.
guy who think so. Old guy.
He's got an old guy with like a Gandalf beard. Yeah, he's very eccentric,
Irving
but
Finkel. He's great.
He's very fun as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, boys.
He's the guy who translates all the cuneiform.
Wow. Yeah.
250 more days. Are they gonna lose this battle? Oh, they have a fucking god commander, and I guess I kind of have to give up Lhasa province. $200 days, friends.
Nineveh, was that the Assyrian capital?
Yeah.
I found Ctesiphon earlier. Can't find it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's on the other side of like the river where Baghdad is.
But he has a 10 skill general. $100 days. Oh shit. No, no, no. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck. Get into the province, I need him in. I'm not gonna be able to get my white piece. Get there just in time. 50 days on that 905-day fucking peace treaty. Oh, and I just lost my capital. Okay.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm complaining about with this game is you want to start as little powers, but not
Big cunt next to you.
yeah, a giant cunt that just murders you immediately, like starting experience, which wastes your time.
Of course, and somehow I'm fucking movement locked because every fucking years. That's the most annoying thing with this game when you're playing against the AI, because they can move perfectly and you have lag and you have like 2-month-long journeys between provinces. So you just get locked into these fucking battles. Alright, now the war goal is being contested. Alright, so I'm gonna lose this. Okay. Province.
So when it says national slave output, I don't really understand like why they like use that phrase. Does that just mean 20% more tax? Does that mean I know they produce goods as well, but you still need 13 to get a new level of trade goods, so I don't really comprehend that like phrasing.
I think I need to change, boys. I think the deal is done. I'll hold out for as long as I can, but I don't think he's literally out of manpower, so that's kind of... I have tribes, which means
I like how like the like Chandragupta, he conquers all of India. Has these massive armies of like hundreds of thousands of like guys. He's like, oh, I feel like having an expedition to Tibet for some reason, just in the mountains. Let's just cross the Himalayas. I haven't finished with India. Let's go into the Himalaya mountains.
I know there's beautiful plains to the south, but
there's some barbarians up there who I feel should just be a part of our empire.
There we go. Here comes the annexation, baby. It's such a shame. He literally, in the final fucking moments, he managed to do it. Final 30 days was when he actually managed to contest the war goal. My only hope is the fact that I have tribal armies and he's using a lot of attrition.
It's actually a really expensive pain in the ass to conquer tribals a lot of the time. Because they
Yep.
just have these massive fucking, like, ridiculous stacks.
Whole country starving. That's pretty much the story. All went wrong for me, friends.
Ah, Rome's really getting fucked.
Wouldn't it nice to be together? All the Greek
Yeah.
city-states got murdered.
It's the Greeks and the Gauls up in the top. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
they're not Gauls. They're Latins, but you know.
He's fighting on like 3 different fronts, and I'm sure each has a pretty large army. And then it's too much money to build forts to guard every little fucking pass at that point, so they just run roughshod over you.
I think my army is ping-ponged around the country. Got a manpower, but it doesn't seem to matter.
I'd really like to be independent, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, since I need a switch, I can jump in as Phrygia for a second, just give you.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Otherwise, I was gonna think about. I don't know if you can even give people independence or not. No,
I think you can.
no, I think you
I think I can
Yeah, just click the
cancel.
button.
I
Otherwise,
can
I'm
jump in as
gonna
Phrygia,
like
do
it's a
that.
short game. Like it ends in 27 or whatever. It's like I'm gonna be sitting here for 80 years waiting on them to collapse before I can start playing. Fucking ridiculous, dumb nonsense.
Okay, peace. What? Is this real? Can I do this? I'll be able to get a white piece suddenly. What is happening?
Well, if
He
you
just
run out the
walked out of my.
timer, yeah, just run out the timer.
Yeah, I did. But the thing is, he walked out of the province that he needs to hold, which means if I can quickly desiege these, then I will get a white piece. There he goes. Still kind of a chance. Did he get into another war because he had no manpower? Is that what happened? Still just at war with
He does
these?
have barbarians pillaging him.
Like,
There are a couple little modifiers. Stonehenge has no modifier. Sparta has none. Athens has Plato's Academy, which is apropos. There is a Bosphorus modifier. Alexandria has a little modifier on it. Yeah, Babylon has a little modifier.
I literally just need to win this one battle. And if I do that, I think I can get a white piece. Pray for me. Pray for Jesus. Seem to be winning. Yep. Higher discipline. Better general, but actually gonna get a white piece. I do, that's fucking amazing.
Oh, what? I was integrated? I think I was, I was integrated. I didn't even get a warning.
You were integrated?
I was integrated just instantly. What?
So now what?
Oof.
You have to observe again?
Yeah, I'm in observer mode again. This fucking game. This fucking piece of shit game.
That's so funny though. It's actually so funny.
Well, I thought if I just stayed below like 190 opinion, I would be fine, but
Alright, so what are you next? Sparta? Sparta's a little mean. A little worse for wear. Gortina? Cretin?
I don't know. I kind of had my heart set on starting as like Byzantines or the Athenians, but
I mean,
this
I'm
fucking
fine to start over,
this
but
start date is just bullshit. No, because it would just be the same trial and error bullshit. So let me
I
just.
think I'm fine because I've had like nonsense Nepalese just bold death over
Yeah,
and
but
over,
I don't
so
want to fucking because he put all this time in, so we can just trade something else. I think.
You know what is amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Phrygia and Libya. Loving that.
Phrygia and what?
Phrygia
and Libya.
Libya.
Jesus,
Yeah.
what the fuck happened here?
Well, look at the ruler of Phrygian Libya. Looks like Cleopatra. It's a lady. I can't do the Bill Burr voice. It's a lady.
Let's see. Hold on.
Libya has nothing to do with Phrygia, though. I think it's just something that's become independent.
Hold on.
How did he get the land in the desert if he didn't own Libya before?
I don't know.
Wait, how do I force the white piece? I have the thing. Tell me how I can do it.
I don't know.
Ah! I live! Okay, so... what the fuck? That's so stupid. Okay.
Alright, I'll be Sparta now, I guess. Number 3.
So rehosting then?
Yeah. Yeah, I should just be able to click on it from observer mode, but
Probably for competitive so people don't get kicked and they do some shit, you know what I mean? Oh, amazing, I can't believe I survived that war. That's so funny. Next thing I'm gonna do is build a fucking fort. That pass. You want to invite me? Just because I...
I'll be right back, number.
Oh, okay. It's a 300-year period then only. That's very short. They really could have done that. I don't know why they didn't make it like so...
I mean, they're definitely gonna expand that now that I know that's the end date. This is all gonna be fucking DLC to death now.
100%. In about 2 years, it'll be a pretty good game, though.